So, the Central Bank of Ghana is now reducing its US dollar supply to bulk oil distribution companies operating in the country's oil and gas sector in order to manage the country's foreign exchange reserve, which is going to save the country more than 80 million US dollars in this second quarter of this year 2023. So, in today's video, we would like to share with you how and why the government of Ghana is now reducing US dollar supply to bulk oil distribution companies operating in the country. But before we start everything, please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Thank you very much for your liking. Now let's dive into it. In this world, oil is very important to every country because it is an essential energy source for making many activities such as transportation, industry, and electricity production. So it is very efficient, cost-effective, and abundant energy source. For this reason, oil has become a key component of the global economy and an important factor in global politics. Some countries are blessed with this oil, while some are not. So countries without oil buy it from international oil traders or oil producing countries, but payment of these oil transactions are always in US dollar or reserve currency, and that is not too good for many countries because countries without oil must always exchange their local currency for US dollar to be able to purchase oil in order to keep their economies running. Meaning central banks of non-oil producing countries must always have enough US dollar for the purchasing of oil and other imports. So since the start of 2022, the cedi has been declining more than 55%, and this is highly affecting imports by making imports very much expensive because the central bank always have to exchange more cedi for US dollar just to be able to import oil and other commodities to keep the country running. In fact, according to the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, bulk oil distribution companies in Ghana were pricing oil at 19 cedis to $1, whilst the dollar was selling at 12 cedis to $1 because the cedi wasn't stable and the oil traders were afraid of losing their money in case the cedi continues to lose its value against the US dollar. At that time, Ghanaians were paying more than they were supposed to pay.
Today, our fuel prices are being priced at an exchange rate, a forward exchange rate of 19 cedis to the US dollar. Today, what we are paying at the pump is being priced at 19 cedis to the US dollar.
So the Ghana Economic Management team began looking for a solution to this worrying situation. And the solution they came up with was something called the Good for Oil policy. This policy is simply a bartering system in which gold from Ghana's reserve is exchanged for crude oil from producers. This policy enables Ghana's government to avoid purchasing crude oil with foreign currency.
But to address this fundamental challenge that we all face of the persistent depreciation and its impact on fuel, in utility prices, food, and so on, government has opted to implement a policy of using our gold to buy oil products. That is something new, and it is the barter of sustainably mined gold for oil. This is one of the most important economic policy changes in Ghana since independence. If we implement it as we have envisioned, it will fundamentally change our balance of payments and significantly reduce the persistent depreciation of our currency with its associated increases in fuel, electricity, water, transport, and food prices.
We're also seeking and implementing some original and innovative ideas to try to solve our problems. For example, the Gold Purchase Program by the Bank of Ghana and the Gold for Oil policy are creative uses of our resources which are already bearing fruit.
This Ghana's good for oil policy has helped the country to benefit a lot from rising gold prices, and again, with the help of this policy, the Central Bank of Ghana is now going to reduce its US dollar supply to bulk oil distribution companies operating in the country's oil and gas sector in order to help manage the country's foreign exchange reserve. The Bank of Ghana, in its quarterly announcement of the Forex forward rate auction, said it plans to sell about $120 million in this second quarter of 2023 to authorize foreign exchange dealers and bulk oil distribution companies. And this $120 million represents $80 million lower than that of the first quarter of 2023, which was $200 million. This means that the good for oil policy is slowly going well for Ghana, as said by the President of the Republic of Ghana. So let us know your thoughts and suggestions on this inside the comment section below. Again, thank you very much for watching this episode. My name is Sharif Haruna. Have a joyful life and see you in our next video. Macrao.